Students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give you 10 latest defense updates. Number 1, Russia offers to supply 26 MiG-29K to Indian Navy. According to the CEO Alexander Mikheyev, Russia has handed over an offer to India to supply an additional batch of deck-based MiG-29K and MiG-29 KUB fighter jets for India's Vikrant aircraft carrier. To address the issue associated with the MiG-29K fleet, the Indian Navy is purchasing 26 deck-based fighter jets between the Rafale M and the F-18EF. The Indian Navy intends to retire all MiG-29K fighter jets from its fleet beginning in 2035 and a replace of them with 45 Indian-developed TED-BF fighter jets by 2040, followed by 55 more TED-BF for operational use from 3 aircraft carriers. Next, aircraft carrier INS Vikramaditya has returned to the high seas. According to the Hindustan Times, India's first aircraft carrier INS Vikramaditya is expected to move to the outer anchorage of Kanwar Naval Base and resume sea trials next month after a 15-month major refit. The 45,000-ton aircraft carrier will be delivered to the Indian Navy on March 31st, 2023 with MiG-29K fighter operations beginning in April 2023. In December 2021, the ship was sent to Kanwar for a major overhaul. Next, war provides thrust to India's space sectors and opens up new opportunities. The ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine has opened up new opportunities for the Indian Space Agency but also delayed the development of the semi-cryogenic rocket engine. While it is said that a war between nations anywhere in the world would benefit the American defense industries, perhaps for a change, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has benefited India to some extent. Next, India has enough potential for recurring aircraft orders. Leading engine maker GE Aerospace has said that there is enough potential for recurring aircraft orders by Indian carriers as massive growth is happening in the country's civil aviation space against the backdrop of Tata Group owned Air India placing firm orders for 470 aircraft. A top official of GE Aerospace also said that India, which is the world's third largest aviation market, has the potential for growth in both wide-body and narrow-body aircraft. Next, India-US making fresh efforts for practical cooperation in civil nuclear energy sector. In the face of global concerns over energy security triggered by the Ukraine conflict, India and the US are giving a fresh look at exploring practical cooperation in the civil nuclear energy sector after failing to move forward since inking a historical agreement over 14 years back to the partnership in the area. Ways for bilateral cooperation in areas of clean energy, including nuclear commerce under the framework of the India-US Nuclear Agreement of 2008 figured prominently in the talks U.S. Assistant Secretary of the State for Energy Resources Geoffrey R. Pyat had with Indian interlocutors in Delhi on February 16 and 17. Next, group of lunar meteorites throw light on origin of basalts on moon. ISRO. A team of scientists from Ahmedabad-based Physical Research Laboratory, that is PRL, the United States and Japan has found a unique group of ancient lunar basaltic meteorites, suggesting a new scenario for the origin of lunar basalt, according to ISRO. PRL, which is a unit of Department of Space, carries out fundamental research in select areas of physics, space and atmospheric sciences, astronomy, astrophysics and solar physics, and planetary and geoscience. Next, India's Russian oil imports surged to a record in January. India's Russian oil imports climbed to a record 1.4 million barrel per day in January, up 9.2% from December, with Moscow still the top monthly oil seller to New Delhi, followed by Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Data from trade resources showed. Last month, Russia's oil accounted for about 27% of the 5 million BPD of crude imported by India, the world's third biggest oil importer and consumer. The data showed India's oil imports typically rise in December and January as state-run refineries avoid maintenance shutdown in the first quarter to meet their arrival production targets fixed by the government. Next, India to become manufacturing hub for cutting-edge artillery ammunition. India is slated to become the prime manufacturing hub for advanced 155 mm artillery ammunition for all types of 155 mm artillery guns, which are operated by over 75 armies worldwide. The Ministry of Defense has recently selected 5 domestic ammunition manufacturers to supply around 2,000 155 mm terminally guided munition, that is TGMs, for the armies in service, 155 guns of 39/45/52 caliber artillery guns. The 155 TGM is the most advanced artillery ammunition and its technology was denied in India in the past. Next, 150 satellites made by students launched under Abdul Kalam Mission. Very good news. The Martin Foundation, in association with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam International Foundation and Space Zone India, on Sunday launched the APJ Abdul Kalam Satellite Launch Vehicle Mission 2023 from the Pattipalam village of Chengaipattu district in Tamil Nadu. Telangana Governor Tamilisai Sundarajan was also present here to grace the event. According to an official statement released earlier in the day, more than 5,000 students from grades 6 to 12 in different parts of the country were enabled to design and develop 150 PICO satellite that have been launched through the rocket. Next, highlights for MIDHANI at Aero India 2023 include 5 new product launches and 11 MoUs. The 14th edition of Aero Show held at Bengaluru, India from February 13th was very vibrant for MIDHANI. Inside line of Aero India 2023, the newly developed 5 indigenous products: Super Company 783 fasteners for gas turbines, Super NI 76 forged bars for gas turbine engine components, Super NI 10,003 forged bars for India molten salt breeder reactor, MDN 6058A forged hot rolled bars and flats, and titanium alloy for compressor rotor blades by MIDHANI have been launched at MIDHANI stall by Dr. S.K. Jha, CMD MIDHANI, along with Director GTRE SV Ramanamurthy, Scientist H. N. Rajipuri, CMD Yantra India Limited, Air Marshal C.R. Mohan, AVSM, VSM, Senior Maintenance Staff Officer, Vartika Shukla, CMD, EIL, and Girish Kumar, Thakur, GMCED, Koraput, HAL, and MS Venkatesh, ED, HAL, FNF, respectively. Thank you.